I think it's just time to fully embrace the fact that I am a real life zombie. And this is just my final form now. I mean, I can't even, I'm drooling. I am exhausted. But at least I look good. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with my October workout split for 2018. If you guys want to see how September went and what my expectations are for October, then keep on watching. I felt as if I was really struggling when it came to finding motivation, finding enough hours in the day to get the things that I needed to get done. So I kind of made like an inkling at this in my September workout split that I said I wanted to try working out in the morning rather than brushing myself in the evening. So for the month of September, I had completely overhauled my schedule to start going to the gym in the morning before work, and that kind of allotted me some more time in the evening to get things that I wanted to get done. The first week of switching the schedule was very difficult. It was great because I was feeling energetic and I was feeling more motivated because I felt as if I had all this time in the world to do the things I wanted to get done in the evening. And it worked out well because I had a lot of events going on in the evening that I would have gone to the gym in the morning anyway. So that first week transitioned really well and I was, feeling pretty good. I would be tired more so throughout the day, but it wasn't one of those things where it was it wasn't the end of the world. I was more tired because I was, waking up at 5:30 compared to waking up at 7. I'm somebody who really prides myself in getting a full 8 hours of sleep. So instead of, cutting myself an hour earlier to go to bed at say 9 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or so on and so forth, I was just more or less sacrificing an hour and a half of sleep every night. And instead of getting about 7.5 to 8 hours, I was getting 6.5 to 7. I didn't really think it was that much of a difference, but I have noticed in long-term longevity that I am just perpetually tired constantly. I think that's case in point because today was one of those days where I just really didn't care how I look, how I feel, and I think that's a very good indicator of how September went. I definitely noticed that it did help, but in the same breath, I noticed that I was unfortunately starting to double up on my caffeine intake, and normally that's not something that's an issue for me because I usually drink about 1 cup of coffee a day, I'm good for 1, but I noticed that I was drinking 2 or 3 or craving a soda, which was something that was really weird because I'm somebody who doesn't need to drink a soda, but it turned into I'd get that 2 o'clock feeling where I'm I need a caffeine drink, but I don't want to drink coffee because then I'll get all hot and bothered. So I found myself wanting to drink more soda, which was an interesting development. It was certainly something that I noticed more so, and I, if anything, need to find a new alternative for a healthier caffeine drink rather than soda or coffee. So if you have a recommendation, drop it in the comments below. I did notice that I was getting into the habit of snacking later, which is not something that I used to have a problem with. I think it was because I was waking up an hour earlier. I would be more hungry because I was technically more awake for hours during the day, and with myself being a huge Rangers fan, I watch every Rangers game that's on TV, and I would be sitting there watching the game and just be like, oh, I could go for some chips, or oh, I could go for some ice cream. And I found myself kind of snacking more, which was an interesting development to say the least. The soda thing, it was something that I wasn't quite used to. It was a new development that I just really hadn't anticipated. If I was on the ARC trainer for say 30 minutes, I would do regular intensity, and then say at 7 minutes I would question myself to be can you do 50 calories in this amount of time? So I was pushing myself even harder, and those quick bursts were really proving long-term benefits because I was challenging myself, I was challenging the clock, I was trying to be better, faster, stronger than the person I was yesterday. And with that really helped me because it gave me that push for when I didn't want to do it. I noticed that I was doing something, I didn't know the name of what I was doing, or even that I was actually consciously doing it. So on those mornings that I would do cardio, I realized that I was doing fasted cardio, which was something that really I think helped burn a lot of fat for myself. I was doing it without even realizing I was doing it because I'd read a blog post on MyFitnessPal And it was like, oh, well, if you wake up and you like don't eat and you go work out and then like so on and so forth, I realized like, whoa, hey, I didn't realize like that's what that was called. I just realized that like you're doing something that is something that you've never done before. Like you never have gone to the gym on an empty stomach, because I was always afraid that if I would do that, I would pass out. And then I also realized that like on those certain mornings where, say, I got to the gym a little bit later than I wanted to, and if I didn't have enough time to do, say, the 30-minute cardio and then 15 minutes of like core or of legs or whatever I was doing, I would opt to do the fasted cardio because I knew long term it was going to be more beneficial. I was going to burn more calories. I was going to get that endurance up a little bit more. And it was one of those things that I really did enjoy doing. The biggest thing that I was really trying to push myself towards was that running endurance. And I know when I said my goals at the end of my September workout split, where I wanted to run for 1 minute and 30 seconds and then like 45-second rest for a duration of 30 minutes, I realized very quickly that that was not going to happen because I didn't really anticipate how I was going to break down that time increment. Like 30-second runs, 3-minute walks, and then week 2 I jumped to 45 seconds and 3 minutes, and I wasn't really, I was bringing that walk time down, but it wasn't as quickly. So I quickly realized that 1 minute and 30 and then 45 seconds, it just wasn't gonna happen. And I realized that like it wasn't a matter of that. It was that if I could run for 1 minute and 30 seconds, that was the important part for me. Because, I'm somebody who is not a runner. I'm not very good at running. I never have claimed to be. I don't want to be this marathon runner, but I want to be able to run without being so completely gassed. By week 3, I was running for 1 minute, walking for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And that was really hard for me because like my body just isn't acclimated to run. It's very difficult for me. I need to really learn how to focus on my technique and form without getting shin splints, without getting cramping, without everything hurting and burning, and I just want to die. So that was really hard, but I managed to do it. And then week 4 was 1 minute and 15-second run with a 2 minute and 15-second walk in between. And I was finding myself kind of getting that runner's high where I was running, and then like I'd stop and I'd be like, wait a minute, I'm still so jacked up, I don't want to stop running. And I noticed like it was harder to stop running to rather than just keep going. But if I were to keep going, I would have been burnt out by 5 minutes in. So, kind of learning how to run and breathe and do all of those things was something that I started dabbling in, and I want to continue to dabble in because I think it could be beneficial long term. I noticed that the pounds weren't exactly coming off as much as I anticipated, but I did notice that my body fat percentage as well as my inches on my waist were dropping tenfold. So I don't think I hit the goal of 3 to 5 pounds, but I did notice that like my actual physique of my body had really kind of started to tone up and tighten, where I look at my like, from a side profile where it's not, that big hanging belly, but rather it's like much more tighter and smaller. And again, those inches are dropping, which is, I guess, better than anything else. I definitely think that despite not hitting my goals, I feel fantastic. Aside from the fact that I am probably a literal zombie right now, I feel great. I feel healthy. I feel skinnier. I feel like I don't look in the mirror and hate what I see. I'm actually really proud of what I did this month. And I think moving forward, it's something that I want to continue through October. With October, it's going to be a little bit different because I decided to sign up for Phorm, and it was something that I said I didn't really want to do because I knew I don't want to say it's a pyramid scheme, and I don't want to say that it's, a cop-out or it's a gimmick, or I don't want to say any of that because I want to give it a fair shake. For the longest time, I've been, quote, creating my own workout splits. And quite frankly, I struggle with it. I get through these routines where I get so bored of doing the same thing. And I said, you know what? I know a lot of people in my personal life who have done the Phorm transformation, and I want to see what happens. I'm going to give it the first 30 days just to kind of see what goes on here. If it's worthwhile, then we'll continue to do it. So I'm going to be doing the Phorm transformation 30-day challenge. I am doing the intermediate workout plan. So if you guys are interested, I'll be sure to link it down below. The one really cool thing about Phorm that I did not realize is that it is It's $0 to sign up. It's absolutely free. They only encourage you to buy the supplements. Does not mean that you have to. If you just want to follow the workout plan, be my guest. I bought the post-workout stack, and it wasn't because like they encourage you to do it. I just wanted to see if supplement would make a difference. I'm somebody who really does love how I feel after drinking BCAAs, and I wanted to see if that would really make a difference. I'm also going to try to follow their meal plan for the first 30 days to see if that really does make a difference. So yeah, I bought the post-workout stack and as well as level 1, which is their protein powder. So we're going to try that and see if it makes a difference. But yeah, I will be sure to link First Phorm down below for you guys. Again, it's $0 to sign up. It's absolutely free unless if you want to buy the supplements. And again, you're not required to buy the supplements. It's something that you can try. I know people that I work with, I know people in my personal life have tried First Phorm, really like it. I see the results and I think that like, hey, let's give it a shot. Expectations for this First Phorm challenge is that it's going to be completely different than anything I've ever done in terms of workouts. So this is a lot more of like strength training, and it's a lot more of, you know, squats, lifting, and things of that nature, which is something that I'm not really used to. I'm reading through the workout program, and I'm reading these things and I'm like, I don't even know if I can do that at my Planet Fitness because you can't deadlift and you can't do these things. But it's something to worth trying out, and if I can't and if I have to modify, you know, so on and so forth, we'll try it and see. But I've seen people have the results. It can't be that hard. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out. I know it's gonna be really challenging, but I've always been known to challenge myself, and I definitely wanna see if it is worthwhile. The dieting portion is also gonna be something very different compared to anything else I've ever done before either, because like, not that I would restrict myself with diets, but like I would calorie count like nobody's business. And looking at the program for the First Phorm challenge, they're actually encouraging you to eat so much more. Those extra calories is something so different than what I'm used to. And also the fact that like, you know, it's different types of eating too, where it's like, I think it's like 6 small meals a day, and, you know, really measuring and weighing things out. That's going to be something that's a bit of a challenge for myself. And if it works, and we'll give it a shot. So the goal for October is to lose another 3 to 5 pounds. I'm also going to take the initiative this month because I have noticed that like my waist and everything has been getting smaller. I want to take my measurements early, and I want to see if those change dramatically. So the first 30 days of the First Phorm challenge, we're going to give it a fair shot. We're going to do it as is. And again, I will be sure to link that down below for you guys so you can test it out and see for yourself if it is something you're interested in. But yeah, so that was my workout split for October. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like my videos and if you like my content and if you like me, feel free to subscribe by hitting the button down below, getting notified when I post new workout splits. So this month was kind of a little bit of a weird month in terms of how the goals went. I didn't quite hit everything, but I think still it was a great month to kind of regain some of that focus, and I could just only hope that I stay consistent, because this was about the same time last year where my life took a complete overhaul and like the end of October to January, I just kind of stopped going to the gym. I don't want that to be the case because I really am trying to like tone up and get slimmed down for when we go to Iceland in December. Not that like I need to lose 40 pounds by then, but like, you know, we're going to be doing a lot of hiking and a lot of walking, and I don't want to be gassed and even more tired than what we anticipate being. I'll be sure to do a full review of how September went with a little bit more details with all the final weigh-ins and everything. You guys can go find that on the website at sarahlock.com, 2H's, 2Ks. I'll also be sure to link all my social media profiles down below too, so you can follow me wherever I might be. So y'all can follow me on this journey when I'm dying at the gym doing deadlifts and doing cardio and doing HIIT workouts and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, love you always, and until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye. I don't know if any of that made sense, and I think that should be noted that I seemed all over the board in this video. It's because I'm so tired, and zombie brain is just not having any of it.